A 25-year-old artist leaves work early and drives to the beach. Her car is found, she is not. 6 years later, a woman disappears into the Hawaiian wilderness and survives 17 days alone, injured and barefoot. Two disappearances, one returned, one is still missing. This is Lost and Found. Tiffany Daniels was 25 when she vanished from Pensacola, Florida in 2013. A theater technician at Pensacola State College, Tiffany was known for her artistic spirit, kindness, and love of dance. On Monday, August 12th, Tiffany left work early at 4:43 p.m. She told her supervisor she needed time off for personal reasons, but gave no additional details. At 7:51 p.m., her car was seen crossing the Pensacola Bay Bridge, heading towards the beach. This was the last confirmed sighting of Tiffany Daniels. Her car was found parked near Fort Pickens Gate on Pensacola Beach. Inside was her phone, wallet, bike, and personal items. The car was locked with no signs of foul play. Her apartment was untouched, laundry folded, food in the fridge, nothing to suggest she planned on leaving. Friends and family feared something terrible had happened. She had recently allowed an ex-boyfriend to temporarily stay at her apartment, but he was questioned and cleared by police. With no clues, theories soon emerged. Did she have a mental health crisis? Did she go swimming and drown? Or did someone approach her at the beach that night? Despite a large search effort, no physical evidence was ever found beyond the car. Tiffany Daniels left her world behind on a warm Florida evening and disappeared along the sand. More than a decade later, her family still waits for answers. Amanda Eller, a 35-year-old yoga instructor and physical therapist, went for a short hike on May 8, 2019, in Maui's Makawao Forest Reserve. She left her cell phone in the car, no water and no supplies. She intended on taking a quick walk, but left the trail to meditate. When she tried to join the trail again, she was unable to locate it. What followed was a staggering 17-day survival situation in the dense Hawaiian wilderness. Amanda wandered barefoot through steep ravines and thick forest, battling disorientation and dehydration. She survived on berries, guava, and even moths when nothing else was available. At one point, she drank water from a muddy puddle and prayed she did not get sick. On the third day, she fell 20 feet into a ravine while trying to find higher ground. The fall fractured her leg and tore the meniscus in her knee, forcing her to crawl or limp through much of the terrain. Despite the pain and exhaustion, she kept moving, sometimes dragging herself across rocky ground in search of help. She built makeshift beds out of ferns and leaves, took shelter in boar dens, and stayed awake most nights to avoid being attacked by insects or wild animals. Search efforts were massive, but equally complicated. The dense canopy of the forest made aerial spotting almost impossible. Days passed, then weeks. Officials scaled back the search, believing she had likely drowned or died from exposure. But a group of volunteers, including a former Army Ranger and firefighter, refused to give up on Amanda. On May 24th, a rescue helicopter, funded through a GoFundMe campaign, spotted her from the air. Amanda was lying in a stream bed, frantically waving. She was 20 pounds lighter, sunburned, bruised, and exhausted. Amanda later said that the forest both challenged and transformed her, that survival required not just physical grit, but also spiritual surrender. She went on to make a full recovery. Thanks for joining us on this journey. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss out on our next descent into the past. We'll see you next time.